Today I'm going to share with you my makeup favorites and my SPF favorites, and tomorrow's video is going to be my skincare favorites. These are things that I've been using for the last couple of months. It's kind of been this go-to look I've been doing that is kind of SPF forward and pretty simple as far as my makeup capabilities and techniques, etc. So if you're new here, my name is Penny. I'm a master esthetician. I'm super excited that you're here, and let's get into it. So my favorites, some of them haven't changed much. I still love my Drmtlgy Universal Tinted Moisturizer. This is actually what I use basically as the bridge between my skincare that I already had done. And if you missed my AM routine, I will link it, but basically I do my normal AM skincare and then I do an SPF. Lots and lots of times it is this one, and it has been for 4 or 5 years now. This is an SPF of 46. It does have niacinamide in it. It is very sheer, and I feel like it provides a little bit of a primer. Now, the next thing that is a favorite that I kind of have to eat my words on is the Colorscience Flex. I don't know why, I just decided to pick it up again, and I've been loving it. So I'm using this as my foundation. Now, something that's really funny, you guys, is anybody that tells you that this is not a foundation, it's totally a foundation with SPF. That's what this is. It provides probably medium coverage, and it's beautiful coverage. But it's definitely an SPF that is also a foundation. So that is what I use for my foundation right now. The other one that I have been using that I would call a big favorite is the Hourglass Veil. This is new-ish. I've had it now for a few weeks. And if I don't want to be wearing SPF, so if it's evening or, you know, in some instance where I'm not, you know, kind of doubling up on my SPF, this foundation has been the one I've been grabbing. You guys, it's gorgeous. It is definitely, to me, the best foundation that Hourglass has launched yet. And I absolutely love it. It looks like this, and it is a balm, and it's really lightweight, sheer coverage that somehow still perfects the complexion without looking like makeup at all. It is actually one of the prettiest foundations that I've come across in many years. It says that it improves the hydration of your skin by 50%, and it definitely does hydrate the skin. It's one of those foundations that I can't wear a ton of hydration underneath it, or it's too much hydration, which says a lot for my kind of normal to dry skin. My hyperpigmentation isn't completely covered. My redness isn't completely covered, but for some reason it's okay because it makes you look so, your skin looks so healthy that those little imperfections don't really matter. Anyway, that's a huge favorite. The next thing that I do, I like to let my SPF set down. So I've done all my skincare, I've done my Drmtlgy Universal Tinted Moisturizer, and then I usually do give that a minute or two to set. You kind of can't gauge the time on this video. Then I do the Colorscience, and I let that set as well. So what I do in between that is I do a little bit of body care. Now I've already done my body skincare, so I've already put on my lotion or anything like that that I'm going to do, you know, like for skincare. So I like to put on my SPF on my arms and on my hands. And what I've been using for SPF on my body is the Coco Eve Body SPF. I love this. It is like a lightweight lotion that just sinks into your skin, doesn't leave you greasy, leaves you with some hydration. It's SPF of 50, and it's great. It's just a really good SPF. Another one that I still highly recommend is the Aveeno SPF 60. That one has been a favorite for years and years. It's really good. It's hard to find like at the drugstore, but you can usually find it online, like at Amazon. If I can find it, I will definitely link it. To me, it's an affordable option, but it's a great option. Okay, so once I've done that, I liked to go back and double up and triple up on my hands. I've been doing a bunch of work on my hands to get rid of age spots and just really trying to improve my hands. They've become kind of a mission for me before I turn 50 is to improve the look of my hands. I barely have bothered with them my entire life. I've really neglected them. I feel like I've sort of gone halfway in on SPF and stuff like that. This year, I am all in. I'm going to address the issues of my hands, and I'm going to protect them. So I've been trying to use up SPF that I didn't love on my face on my hands. And I've almost made it like a mission to do that. So I use a lot more on my hands than I ever have before. The one that I've been loving that I literally carry in my purse with me, even though it's not small, is the Fenty. This is the Hydravizor in the mineral version. It looks almost like a pink color. So initially I was just wanting to use this up on my hands because it leaves my face kind of greasy, or just, I don't love it on my face at all. And I don't know, I just don't love it on my face. I know some people do. It didn't work for my face. So I started using it on my hands, thinking I'll just use it up on my hands. I love it so much on my hands that I went and bought a refill to use just on my hands, which is insane, but I think it's beautiful on the hands. I put this on and I reapply it all day long on my hands. I'll do 2 pumps on each hand. I do a generous amount, and I am telling you that over the summer, when there's more sunshine where I live than any other time of the year, of course, I'm noticing that my hands are getting better and better because I'm working on them, like I'm working to treat the age spots, and I'm going to share all that with you in another video. But I'm also like going in so hard on the protection of them, and I'm attributing that to this because I enjoy it so much. It makes my hands look so pretty and hydrated and not dried out, and it's just beautiful on the hands. And of course, that repeated application is helping to protect my hands. Now, the last thing that I'm doing on my hands and arms, etc., is I'm actually using, I know this seems like a lot of SPF, but I don't care. I am all in on the SPF. I'm using the Soleil Toujours. This is a huge SPF favorite, you guys. If you have not seen this, I actually picked this up at Sephora, but they also carry this at Dermstore, and I have a discount code at Dermstore. I will link this to Dermstore in the description box, and I will put my discount code so that you can get a discount if you want to try this. The next time when I reorder this, I will definitely order it through Dermstore so that I can get a discount because I bought it full price at Sephora. I want to let you know that it's at Sephora in case you're like me and you watch a video like this and you want to run down to your Sephora and pick something up. That is where I found it in case you want to buy it in store. This is a tinted SPF for the body. I've heard that people can use this on the face, but a lot of the feedback that I heard was that it's a little dry for the face. So maybe if you have an oilier complexion, you might like to try this on your face. Anyway, it's an SPF of 50. It's a mineral. I want to say it's like 12% zinc. I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Yeah, it is 12% zinc. The tint is so beautiful. Clearly, it works for my particular skin tone and probably a range around my skin tone. So I'm not saying that this is going to work on everybody's skin, but for my skin, for my kind of whatever medium, if you want to call it, NC 25-30 right now in the summer, gorgeous. I love it. It really evens out the hands and the arms. This is beautiful on the décolleté, and it is an SPF of 50. So for me, I just think this is a gorgeous product. I could see using this on the feet, on the legs, you know, if you wanted to. You get like 5 ounces. It's a big bottle, and I think the bottle is so gorgeous with the orange and all of that. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite things that I have discovered this summer because it's an SPF 50, because it's a tint. I don't notice that it transfers to clothes, but I'm not wearing it except for on my décolleté. I'm not really wearing it a lot where I'm wearing clothes. I'm mostly wearing it on places that are not covered with clothes. So it very well may transfer. So I'm not sure about that. But for the hands, if you're somebody like me that wants to make your hands look nicer while you're protecting them, or your feet maybe, this is gorgeous. They do have an untinted, they have sprays, they have a whole bunch of stuff. Haven't tried anything else from the line, but this one is pretty cool. Okay, so then once I've done that to my hands, I do have to I usually take like a paper towel or something, and I get it all off of because then you're feeling it. You're feeling the SPF on your hands, right? Okay, so then my SPF on my face has usually set by then. I feel like I'm not quite as, you know, gooey on the face. And I will go in, and honestly, I don't do this in any particular order, but I often will go into my eyes next. And what I've been using, and I use all the time, is these Giorgio Armani, these little, they're eyeshadows. Now, this one I think is called like Espresso. I will put the name in the description box with it. I love these so much, you guys. I definitely am going to get another color or two, but this is the one that I use all the time, and it's literally something that I can do one and done as far as an entire eye look. Today I did use this plus one other thing that I'm going to show you, but it's got this little doe foot, and the doe foot is angled in a way that you can use the side of it and actually get it at your lash line, really down into your lash line. And then what I like to do is I do a generous amount of that, and then I smudge it out with like a pencil brush. This is an old Suku brush I have had for years and years, but the brush doesn't matter, like whoever makes the brush that you like. I just like the fact that this is that pencil shape, so I can get in and kind of buff it into the lash line and then up so that it's kind of soft gradient out onto my lid. Then what I will go and do is I will add lately a pop of color. And the ones that have been my favorites since they launched are the ones from Victoria Beckham. I have the one that it's like an electric blue, and I also have the one that's green apple. They are so fun. Now for me, on their own, they're too vibrant. They're just too much color for me. I just, you know, whatever. But added into a basic brown, they are so pretty. So what happens is it becomes this kind of blue brown, and you see that vibrancy, and it kind of brightens up the eye, but it's not overwhelming with this pop of electric blue color. Kind of reminds me of mascara when I was like 13. There was an electric blue mascara that came out from like CoverGirl or something, Maybelline, whatever. Ridiculous looking. This is really, really pretty when it is combined with a brown, so it's there but it's not in your face there. Gorgeous. So I've been doing that. Either I've been adding this into the brown, or I've been just doing that brown alone, and then I use that same brush and I kind of buff the blue into the brown, and then that's the entire look. Now I take what's left over on this brush and I do go underneath my lash line. For me, that little bit of shadow under there kind of helps to, I don't know, I just think it looks nice on my particular eyes. Some people don't like stuff under there, some people do, and I'm one of the people that usually does. I think that it looks pretty under there. By the way, these are so incredibly long wearing. They really are, they last a long, long time. If I used an eyeshadow primer, I would get even more longevity out of it, but I really love them for summertime for just being, you know, long lasting. Then I top my eyelashes, of course, with some mascara. Lately, since I did my eyebrow video, my, you know, do these 3 things to look better immediately, I picked up, because my friend Kendra recommended the Heimish mascara, the Heimish tubing mascara. So I ordered it right away, and it is really, really beautiful. Now it is black, and I do prefer a brown. That's why I like my Thrive so much. But this Heimish tubing mascara is absolutely gorgeous. It's more affordable than the Thrive, and it is a perfect tubing mascara. You get no flaking, smudging, no fallout, no nothing, except for when you're applying it. Be careful. I put it in my hair. I dot it on my face. I get mascara everywhere. I have to clean everything up. But once it's set on your eyelashes, it is set until you remove it with a bunch of water. Something to just let you know, there were people that did not know what tubing mascara was, and I didn't do a good enough job of explaining that a tubing mascara literally forms tubes with polymers. It's like a different formula than regular mascara that uses waxes, tints, and oils. Tubing mascara literally forms tubes on your each individual lash, or kind of that's what it's supposed to do. And then those tubes release with a bunch of water, or if you want to use micellar water on a cotton that you sit on your eyelashes for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, then all of those tubes just come off of your lashes. So there is no rubbing and tugging and removing that way with traditional mascara. that's what a tubing mascara is, and it is definitely my preferred type of mascara. So I've been using the Heimish ever since I got it in the mail. I literally ordered it on Amazon and it showed up later on that day, so that was pretty exciting, and it was a fantastic recommendation. So I now have another tubing mascara that I can confidently tell you is really, really great and way more affordable than the Thrive. Okay, so that's my eye look completely in the summertime. And I honestly, that is almost what I do every time I wear makeup. I don't do a lot of eyeshadow looks that are, you know, elaborate or anything. And in fact, the colored eyeliner is something that I do once every 5 times I do my makeup. I almost always just use this and mascara, and I feel like it gives a nice definition to the eyes. It's simple, it lasts a long time. There's no shimmer or sparkle in the colors that I choose, so I feel like they look classic and they look nice on my eyes, and they look good against the glow of the rest of my face. Okay, so then I do my eyebrows, and my eyebrows could be the Just for Men mascara, could be a clear one that I use from Sephora. That one has been really, really great. But what I used in this today is just the good old Gimme Brow from Benefit. There are so many options like this. It's literally just a small little applicator. They have this, I think NYX has one. There are lots from the drugstore that are fantastic. I just like this to groom my eyebrows really quickly. I don't know that I would call this a favorite. It's just what I use on the daily. Okay, so then lips. Now this is something that I am a lipstick, lip gloss junkie, but in the summertime, I really do like to use stuff that will treat and hydrate my lips at the same time, because they get dried out, they get a little sun exposure, all that stuff, right? So what I've been loving, loving, loving is the Plasma Lips from Ubeauty. These are interesting because they definitely are kind of a treatment for your lips. They're going to help to moisturize your lips and everything. And they came out with a bunch of colors. I bought a bunch of them and I really like them. I bought all the colors that it comes in. The shocking one that I love the most is this darker color. And the way that I've been wearing it is I've been putting on Brown Fig from Dior. Definitely a favorite. This is a favorite with almost any lip color that I use. I think it's so beautiful. And honestly, I will get asked when I do my lips, after I do my lips, I will get asked if I've done something to my lips. And really, it's just lip liner tricks and stuff. I have no desire to go build my lips and make them bigger, but sometimes when I'm using a lip liner, I might want to make the middle look a little bit higher or whatever. So I do that with makeup. I'm not doing that with filler. I have before, I've tried, but really I'm on the dissolve all the filler train more than I am inject filler train, just FYI. Okay, so then I put this on. It's really slippy. And so you put it on, and I like to kind of buff it in with my finger so that the lip liner kind of blends in a little around the edges to the lip product. Now, I have found that an alternative to these Ubeauty, because they're expensive, they last forever, but they are expensive, is the Naturium products. These little Phyto Glow lip balms, they came out with more colors. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they're a lot more affordable. So this one, I think this is hibiscus, if I remember right. This is a really fantastic option to the Ubeauty. Both of these to me are interchangeable, and it's a similar concept. You get this little kind of angled tip for application, and actually I would say that the Naturium applies more nicely than the Ubeauty. I have to go do this with the Ubeauty because it's slippy, because I think it's more of a treatment that has tint in it now, where this is almost more like a lip gloss that also is hydrating and moisturizing, etc. So both of these are great options. Once I've worked it into the lip liner and everything, for me personally, that's a little bit dark. So I top it with one of two things, and these two go everywhere with me. These are definitely favorites. It is the Kosas, where did you go? It's the Kosas. These are little, they're like, they're lip balm slash gloss slash lipsticks. And I think this is Skinny Dip is the color. This is the second one I've had to buy. I bought it and I lost it. I carry it everywhere with me and I lost it. And so I went out and I repurchased it. You can actually see that I use it. Let me get rid of what's on the top of it. So you can see that that's kind of a really pale pink. Oh my gosh, it is such a me color. I love it. I feel like it's one of those colors you can slap on really easily, and it's moisturizing and it's got a pretty shine, but it's not too shiny. I mean, it's got a shine to it for sure. The other thing that I might top that kind of raspberry look with is my Wet n Wild in Snuggle Sesh. This is still one of my all-time favorite lip glosses, and I have so many of these. They're like $2 and change, and it is such a beautiful topper on any lip that you might think is a tiny bit too dark. You want it to be a little bit creamier, you know, you want to pop the middle of your lips. This little guy is so great, and for $2.25 or something like that, it is a risk-free try as far as I'm concerned. So that is what I top this situation with, and I end up with this kind of soft berry mauve juicy lip that has a little bit of definition, but it's not overly lined, and I love it. I think it is so pretty, and I think it looks really pretty against sort of bronzed skin, which is what I kind of have going on, because the Flex in medium is definitely kind of tan for me in the summertime. So I finish off with two things, and I do a bronzer. I'm using an old school one from Laura Mercer that I love, and I hope it's still available. I will definitely link it if it is. It's called Ritual. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the prettiest bronzers I've ever had, and it has in it pink running through it, and then of course it's got some warmth, it's got some cool tones. It is seriously one of the prettiest bronzers ever, and it's called Ritual. It's by Laura Mercer, and it's gorgeous. So I put this on like the perimeter. I use this as my blush and my bronzer. It's very, very simple. Not a lot of blush, not a lot of bronzer, not a lot of highlighter, none of that stuff, all in one. Just kind of work it where I would like to have a little bit of kind of definition and a little bit of sun-kissed kind of. And then the last thing that I've been doing lately, and this is kind of over the top, unnecessary, but I have been really, really enjoying it. I was completely influenced by Michelle Wong and went out and bought the Westman Atelier. These are the liquid Superloaded highlighters. This is the Peau de Rose, I think it is. It's the pink one. And I put the tiniest amount of this underneath the eyes. And what I find is it definitely brightens that under eye area and looks so pretty. Now, I've definitely been using a lot my Medicate the Under Eye Balm for brightening. That is something else that I would do instead of this. I also really like lately the Colleen Rothschild. She has a tinted under eye product. Might use that. The Trish McEvoy, there is a light pink lifting eye product that I still love very, very much. I might grab that. So I grabbed something that's kind of pinky peachy and sheer. So the Medicate Balm, this is sheer. The Colleen Rothschild's pretty sheer. The Trish McEvoy, all of those are very sheer. Just to brighten just a touch underneath the eyes. That's kind of the concept here. Just today, this is the one thing that I did use. And then that is the entire look. And for me, I feel like it's glowy and it's pretty, and it has a little bit of depth with the lip, a little bit of depth with the eye, but it doesn't look crazy, crazy made up. All favorites, all the go-to things that I love, and I feel like you can fit them all into a relatively small makeup bag. So if when I travel, I'm not carrying with me a ton of makeup, it's pretty easy. Anyway, those are my makeup favorites, my SPF favorites, and kind of my go-to summertime look. Let me know in the comments, what are some things that are total go-tos for you in the summer? I'd love to hear any suggestions that you have. I would also love to hear any of your makeup or SPF favorites right now. I am always open for suggestion. Thank you again to Kendra for the suggestion of this Heimish mascara. Love it. It's a great way for me to find new things, and I'm sharing with you. I'd love to hear your favorites as well. Okay, I hope you watch the skincare favorites video tomorrow. It's a good one. I have some really, really great favorites to share with you tomorrow. And I will talk to you. I'll talk to you then. Okay, have a great day, you guys.